Today, as we want to check in with our meteorologist, Greg Fields. You've been hard at work this morning, Greg, as we're looking at widespread rain in our area with cold temperatures.
Yeah, cold temperatures, and that's going to be the key to that freezing rain we've been talking about. Been watching those temperatures very closely for the most part around the Metroplex. We're keeping it above freezing, so that is going to be some good news. Now, it is going to be wet out there for sure, but hopefully not icy for most of us. 33 taking you on out to DFW right now, and the same coming back over to Love Field. Now, we did see those temperatures dipping briefly to 32, a little bit earlier out at DFW, but still 33 heading out to Love Field. So what we've seen for the most part has been all liquid. Now, as we get a little farther north, especially up into Collin County, that's where we have seen some freezing rain overnight, and those temperatures in McKinney, Anna, heading over to Frisco and Plano, right around freezing. 33 right now, heading over to Wiley. We've seen a little bit of freezing rain into Denton County as well, but Louisville heading up to Denton, back up to 33, still 31 there in Sanger. A little farther south, you see where that freezing line is, kind of across the area here. South of that, we are looking at those temperatures holding steady in the low 30s over the southern portions of the Metroplex. So you see the light freezing rain that we have seen tapered off into Collin County right now. Areas a little farther north than east, though, as we head out toward Paris, back toward Bonham, looking at more of that pink showing up there. So that's where we do have that freezing rain still coming down in those areas. Now, a larger batch of rain is moving up from the south, and I think this is what most of us can expect as we go through the morning commute. So it is definitely going to be wet. The wintry weather probably confined to areas along the immediate Red River, but that does include Greenville coming down to Sulphur Springs there as well, as we'll have that winter weather advisory through 7 a.m. So that's where we could see some bridges and overpasses that could get a little icy at times here as we go through the morning. You see a little farther south, those upper 30s to around 40. Temperatures will be climbing as we go through the morning hours, getting up toward midday. So any freezing rain that we do see will transition over to all rain, we think, as we head toward midday. Some of that rain could be heavy as well. Can't rule out some isolated thunderstorms through about midday. So keep that in mind. We should dry out a little bit more as we come home later today. So here's what it looks like with those temperatures. We do start to get above freezing, and by later this afternoon, we should be somewhere in the upper 40s. The rain tapers off, but this is only round one. More rain is on the way this week. But now let's get over to Tashara. Checking the traffic. Roads are going to be wet, hopefully not icy, Tashara.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's not icy either, but you know, even with that rain, it's certainly going to cause some issues for drivers. 4:33 on the clock. As you heard the anchors mention, we are on early. Here's what we're dealing with early on. We did have one issue that was working along I-20. Our crews did roll on the cameras out there, and as far as the incident is concerned, it has been cleared westbound I-20 right at Dowdy Ferry. That is in southern Dallas County. Early on, they had multiple lanes blocked. The good news is traffic is back moving. Now, what I have seen in the headlights on some of these shots, as I've been watching, of course, those roads are slick, so that is certainly going to cause you some issues here this morning. One area, and I was asking meteorologist Mario Ruiz about this right before we came on the air, I did start to see some slowdowns up along Dallas North Tollway. And again, I know that it is slick out there, so just be careful as you're making your way along the tollway, coming down perhaps from Collin County. If you must drive, remember these tips. 8 to 10 seconds behind the car in front of you. Avoid those quick, jerky movements. Steer in the direction that you want the car to go. That's if you happen to hit a slick spot, and make sure you don't slam on those brakes, okay? Just a little something to be mindful of as you get ready to head out. I do know we have Chris Sadeghi up in the weather truck helping us with the road conditions up in Denton. Chris, what are you seeing up your way?
Yeah, Tashara, everything you just mentioned is what I would echo right now. The roads are wet. We are here in Denton County, right near the Louisville Lake, kind of that overpass where you head over, and we heard Greg talk about how those are surfaces where you could see them become slick. Otherwise, though, we have not seen a whole lot of ice on the bridges and overpasses here on 35. However, we have seen the rain. It's actually pretty light right now, but the roads are still very slick. There are some areas where it's started to pond due to the rain overnight, and we will continue to monitor these situations just depending on how the temperature goes. Above freezing, below freezing, you could see some ice, some freezing rain. We know that we had reports of freezing rain in Denton County overnight, so that is something we are keeping our eye on. As of right now, though, as I mentioned, through 35 in Louisville, really just wet roads, nothing frozen, no wintry mix, nothing of that nature. However, I know that TxDOT did put brine down on the major roadways in Denton and Collin County. So to see how things are out in Collin County, I'm going to send it now out to Cleo Green, who's also out on the roads.
Hey, Chris, good morning. Yes, we are live at 75 and 121. You can see the overpasses behind me, and I am seeing some drivers pick up speed. Please take it easy out here this morning. It was pouring down rain about an hour ago, and that freezing rain definitely came through as well. We're here near McKinney, near a Nissan car dealership. I want to show you here right now that the freezing rain did come through last night, because I'm looking at the windshields of a lot of the vehicles out here and it's just covered in ice. So please, if you parked a car outside this morning, take it easy. You may need to scrape off that ice this morning. Our photographer was so gracious to pick me up this morning. When I came out the front door, I almost slipped on the ice on the walkway. So please take it easy out there. Maybe lay some kitty litter, some sand out there to make sure you don't slip and fall. So we'll definitely keep an update on the conditions out here and see what's going on out here in McKinney. I'll send it back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you, Cleo. Of course, when it comes to weather in North Texas, we've got you covered. That's why we're on the air early this morning. Be sure to download our free WFAA app so you can always have an updated forecast right at your fingertips. Also, you can track conditions with our live weather radar. Still ahead this morning at 5, meteorologist Mario Ruiz will take a look at the weather conditions expected in other parts of the state this week, and certainly a rainy Monday to kick things off.
The city